Hello, and welcome back to the great Indian anime show presented by Ota Life. I'm Aryansahil Sahilaryan.
And I am Sahilaryan Inamdar. And together we are the AniLyst. This show is all about anime culture. Out of your phone screens, now putting it on Z Café.
A huge shout out to our sponsor Ota Life, your one stop destination for anime. Ota Life is truly the power behind the great Indian anime show.
Now, let's talk about something that every anime fan experiences, but probably might not notice: voice acting.
Think about it. When Goku first screams,
It's time to go even further beyond!
or when Gohan says, I am my father's son, you feel that rage because someone's voice sold that emotion.
Or even when Ben 10 says, It's hero time! You get chills, not because of the line, but because of the voice.
That's the power of voice actor. They make 2D characters feel human.
And India's voice acting scene has evolved massively.
To now, where Hindi dubs of anime actually drop before the English ones.
It's wild, bro. Kids today are growing up watching Zenitsu cry in Hindi before the English dubs.
That shift didn't just happen, it was built by the people who gave their voices to our childhoods.
And our guest today is one of those pillars of that journey.
He's not just a voice actor, he's the voice actor, the guy you've grown up listening to without even realizing how many universes he's carried on his vocal cords.
You've heard him as Ben 10 when you're trying to use your dad's watch to turn into a hero.
At age 9, as well as Sasuke Uchiha when you were trying to pretend to awaken your Sharingan during exams,
As Deadpool when you realize that sarcasm can be used as a superpower.
and as Batman, Hawkeye, Shazam, voiced for people like Ryan Reynolds, Allu Arjun, Surya, and even Bear Grylls.
The man has voiced heroes, rogues, anime icons, and even Hollywood legends.
Tonight, we're diving deep into what it makes to be a voice actor in the Indian anime and pop culture industry.
Please welcome the voice of our generation, Sanket Mhatre.
Thank you for coming, sir.
Thank you so much, guys.
Sir, time क्या है?
It's hero time.
Please have a
Thank
seat.
you so much. Yeah.
क्या बात है? How are you?
I'm good, yeah, but I noticed थोड़ा सा खाली खाली लग रहा है यार, so I got something for you guys.
Oh,
Ah,
Just a little something.
thank you so much.
love.
So, अभी perfect लग रहा है थोड़ा.
Deadpool has left his mark on the show. Love.
Always.
It's so good to have you on the Great
Thank
Indian
you so
Anime
much.
Show. Are you excited for today?
Absolutely excited, yeah. I've watched you guys grow from the little podcast that you guys started, and to be here today, it's like a full circle. Thank you so much for having me.
It's an honor actually for us, sir, to have you on our show.
Thank you.
So, my first question for you, sir. Your voice has always been in movies, in films, in TV shows, animated TV shows as well. How does it feel to be in front of the camera at this time?
Oh, I get extremely nervous in front of the camera. I would think that after so many years, it'll get easier. But I try not to focus on the camera and just focus on my voice and what I have to say. I think that's just what makes the process easier. Plus, you guys have been really, really accommodating and you've guided me through the entire process. Otherwise, all I know is how to do a retake. I don't know how to do a retake, and to walk again, you have to place your shirt just right, and you have to place your hand here. No, your watch was not this one. That is all too difficult. I think I don't know how you guys do it, but it looks magical when I see it on screen.
Okay, then tell me, who is Sanket Mhatre, sir, behind the mic?
Yeah, I don't know about sir, but Sanket Mhatre behind the mic is such a loaded question. I think right from childhood, Sanket has been somebody who has been a huge fan of superheroes, of comics, of cartoon shows, and then eventually animated movies. I've always been a diehard fan of these things. And if you would have told that little Sanket someday that you could make a career out of this and you would enjoy every single moment, every single day, it would have just felt like a distant dream. Living that dream today is, I consider myself really privileged to be a part of this and to be able to do what I had dreamed at one point in time.
Okay, so anime, cartoons, comics, and everything always have been a part of your
Right.
life, correct? So tell me, how did you start doing this as a profession? How did you start dubbing as a
Professional, yeah.
Ah.
How did you land your first dubbing role?
That's Very interesting, and I love this answer. When I tell people, they're completely shocked, because I landed my first role, as a lot of my contemporaries, completely by accident.
Oh.
Because when I started, about, must be approximately 17 years ago,
Mhm.
I had no clue you could make a career as a voice artist. I didn't even know there's such a thing as, voicing or voice acting that exists, where people kind of go into a microphone, speak dialogues and get paid for it. I had no idea this universe even existed. I was happily post my engineering trying to get by life and not do anything related to engineering. But I was working I'd started my own sound studio, and completely by accident, there was a client that came in. Their artist did not turn up. They asked me to try out. I was doing a lot of theater since school and college, and I did try out, and they loved the samples. They passed it on. I started getting calls. A year down the line, I shut down that recording studio and just got full-fledged into this, because I couldn't believe that I could do something that would give me as much satisfaction as theater, but pay me a lot better than theater, and
Mm.
never looked back since then.
And has your voice evolved during these years?
Absolutely. I think if you ask any voiceover artists to look at their initial or early year work, it's something that will almost make us cringe, because your voice does evolve, your language evolves, your style develops slowly as you keep working on it.
Mm.
I think for me, my voice used to be a slightly higher register or a slightly higher pitch, and it
Mm.
used to almost borderline be squeaky, especially when I was with friends, or doing those characters which were younger, sort of like a Ben. So when I do a Ben now, I try to reach that, but I don't think I achieve it as good as I used to do it maybe 10 years ago.
Hmm.
Because the voice used to be slightly thinner. Over the years, using it in a certain way, or working on it for certain characters, has lowered the register a little bit. So I think
Hmm.
if I hear my earlier recordings, I understand how high I used to speak. It was almost like this. It was here, but now it's sort of grounded a little bit, and it's here.
Like,
Yeah.
it's amazing to see you modulate your voice from
Yeah.
speaking in such a heavy
Heavy
bass
voice, and then,
baritone voice, and then
switching
you
towards
speak on this level.
Yes, absolutely.
So, what's your natural tone like?
So my natural tone fluctuates between being professional and being personal. So with friends or with family, I have a very higher pitch. I think I get too excited, and my voice sort of become naturally has a good smile in it, and
Uh-huh.
it's higher. But professionally, I try
Mhm.
to ground myself, and I try to watch, and that's, I think, something that most voice artists will give you when you shake their hand for the first time. Hi,
Mhm.
my name is Sanket.
Uh-huh.
Really nice to meet you. That's the thing that they'll try to project. But yeah, naturally my voice, it differs on if it's a professional thing or a personal thing.
For a second, I just thought that Batman was sitting over there.
Uh,
Now,
Tell me something, sir. Is it now easier to get into voice acting, or was it easier back then?
Oh, it was absolutely not easy back then. I struggled quite a bit in the initial years to understand how to differentiate in between characters or voice projects. What would happen is I would do a certain kind of work for a long time, and that tone would stick with me, and I would carry that tone into something else. Like a very good example of this is my first lead would have been a Dragon Ball Z movie, where I would have tried to, yeah, but it did not happen because I used to do a lot of telebrand commercials then. You remember the voice which was क्या आप अपनी जिंदगी से परेशान हैं? क्या आपको कोई भाव नहीं देता? And then
oh,
the guy who used to use the products would be like, हाँ मेरे कोई दोस्त नहीं है, मेरी कोई गर्लफ्रेंड नहीं है, फिर मैंने स्टीम सोना बेल्ट इस्तेमाल किया, स्टीम सोना बेल्ट आपकी जिंदगी बदल देगा, अभी कॉल कीजिए. The voice.
uh-huh.
I used to carry that tone into films, right? That used to be a problem, because then my hero would sound like, क्या तुम मुझसे प्यार करोगी? चाहती हो कि मैं तुम्हें अपना, that tone used to be with me. And so I lost out on a lot of work initially because of that, because I never understood that you cannot place a documentary tone on a film tone on a cartoon tone on a radio spot. You need
Mm.
to unlearn that pattern, create new patterns and
Mhm.
that took a while. But then, like you said, over the years, it does become easy, because now you understand that if it's a hero or it's a villain or it's an audio book, what kind of tone should you apply to it and make it sound in that genre? Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
So the character stays inside the dubbing booth and
Correct,
does not
correct.
leave it.
And yeah, you don't carry the tone with you to
Uh-huh.
the next project. Absolutely, absolutely.
So tell me, which character which you've already voice acted in is the closest to who Sanket Mhatre is in real life?
When I did Ben 10, it used to be quite close then. At that point in time, because when I was young and it was one of those first projects, and I was really I was voicing for almost 11 characters when I started the first show. So it was quite a high, and that's the kind of high that Ben carried usually when you have that power of the Omnitrix, and he knew that he had that power. So he had that little bit of a the non-humble, suave side to him, which would show he'd be cocky. He had an attitude. So I think that was quite close to then. However, later on, you have moments in life where you mature, where you understand there's a dark side to the world, and so characters like Homelander also seem relatable. In moments. but yeah, I mean the initial part, I would say Ben 10 was quite close to when I was at that age and playing that character. Yeah.
Okay, and what about the children who are there in your family or even friends ke bacche? Do you go to them and say it's hero time? Something has that something?
I wish. So I used to kind of I used to voice for Jaggu in English when Chota Bheem was around. I used to voice for Ben 10. But what would happen? What I would observe is when I would do these character voices in front of these children, they would get really shocked and kind of confused because they would not want this kind of lanky little spectacle wearing kid doing their favorite character's voice, because it would not go with my body, right? So I kind of then stopped doing it right on their faces, and I would kind of maybe do birthday calls for wishing them, on the phone or behind their back or something like that. Like I would say, look there's Spider Monkey, and then when they turn around, I would be like, oh, Spider Monkey, when they would turn around and not to their face, because I realized that that illusion is kind of breaking for them, and I didn't want to do that, so I kind of stopped doing it to their face. Yeah.
Okay, so my birthday is on the 22nd of June.
Happy birthday.
So I want a message from
मैं हूँ ह्यूमंगस और मैं आ रहा हूँ 27 तारीख को केक खाने इसके घर.
On that lovely note, before we move ahead, here's a quick message for all the anime fans out there, because the Indian anime scene is buzzing like never before. And if you want to be a part of it, then Ota Tokyo is coming to Bengaluru on January 10th.
And the great news is the Great Indian Anime Show will be there as well. Get a chance to meet your host, Aryan and Sahil, and get a chance to grab a signed copy of my book, My Story of Becoming India's #1 content creator, only at Ota Tokyo.
But that's not it. We also have the official Naruto theme song singer and amazing cosplayers, music, the entire Tokyo vibes right here in India. So, what are you waiting for? Grab your tickets on the Ota app right now.
The Great Indian Anime Show will be right back.
The Great Indian Anime Show. The Great Indian Anime Show.
Okay then, sir, you know what time it is? It's your hero time, because it's the time of the Great Indian Anime Show Rapid Fire Round presented by Ota Live.
Okay,
Are you ready?
I'm nervous.
Your answers need to be witty, smart, controversial, we want.
So no pressure at all.
No pressure at all.
Be natural.
I'll try.
Intrusive thoughts, let them win.
Intrusive thoughts, let them win. Okay. Here
And
we
if you
go.
answer all of them the way that they're supposed to be,
Okay.
you'll get a Ota Live hamper.
Oh man, there's an incentive. Let's
Yeah.
go. Let's go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So the first question: one character you've voiced that you love to meet in real life.
Definitely Ben 10. I need to understand how we can have so many personalities and still keep it together in real life. Also, if somebody says deadline is tomorrow, turn into Humongousaur and teach them it's not. Yeah. As always, you be accelerate and kind of beat the traffic. There are a lot of advantages. I would definitely love to meet him and ask him how he's keeping it all together.
That's a very good answer. You're on a very good start.
Chalo, good.
If your voice could replace another Bollywood actors, which one would it be?
I thought, didn't we do that in part 3 of Deadpool versus Wolverine? Didn't we replace a Bollywood actor already?
Oh,
मुझे ऐसे सवाल पूछना is not funny.
okay.
I
Then.
love that answer. Yeah, let your intrusive thought be. Nice.
Dubbing for anime or Hollywood, what's your biggest flex?
Dubbing for Hollywood is always fun, but screaming like a lunatic for a power up and then being emotionally stable in the next line, that's a different kind of craft mastery that anime gives you, and that's why anime will top it, I think.
If Ben 10 and Naruto had a fight, who would win?
Good question. I think Ben 10 has a gadget, but Naruto has chakras and trauma. And I think in anime, in anime, I think trauma is always kind of like a better thing to kind of watch. But real talk, I think if as long as Naruto, who I think is fast enough to be able to stop Ben from powering up, that's fine. Otherwise, if kind of Ben turns into say clockwork, he can go back in time and then find baby Naruto and give him noodles or something like that, right? We're just like let's not make the show dark. Or he could just be Alien X and just finish Naruto's identity completely. So I think it's your move, Naruto.
Like you could have taken that answer in a positive way. Ki, I would have prevented his parents' deaths. But no,
No,
nice.
trauma is trauma.
Okay, what's the weirdest line you've ever had to dub seriously?
Oh, there's many lines, but there's one character whose any line that he said across the board is weird, and I have to say it with a straight face. That's Deadpool. You can pick any dialogue of his. मैं रामपुरी घुसा के रास्पबेरी निकाल लूंगा. ओ पंजा नुन्नू की साइज का हो गया. उम्र के साथ साथ केले की मूंगफली हो ही जाती है. Anything that he says is all weird, and I have to say it with a straight face most of the times.
Okay. If your voice had a superpower, what would it do?
That's a good question. It would calm crying babies instantly. It would summon pizza whenever I wanted. It would make every director say, "Wow, first take में superb दे दिया सर आपने. वापस करने की जरूरत ही नहीं है." I think that's the kind of superpower I would lean into with my voice.
But to be honest, I think your voice already has a superpower, and that's to like energize your audience.
Thank you so much. That's really kind of you.
One advice you'd give to your younger self.
Oh, I love these questions. One advice I would give to my younger self is break more glasses, get more KTs in engineering, run around a little more, feel free to do the things that you think are problematic to society, because I can assure you that eventually it's all going to be okay.
Lovely.
One line you have dubbed that you're secretly tired of people asking you to repeat.
Yeah, most of the lines that are requested to me are either Ben 10's "It's hero time" or it's "उसे कोई नहीं डरा सकता किसी मंजर से." But honestly, I'm never secretly tired of it or anything. I secretly, in fact, enjoy it when people come up to me and say that to me. What I'm secretly tired of though is when somebody finds out that I'm a voice artist and they're like, perform करके दिखाओ. So then I'm a complete like, what does that even mean? Like, if I was a painter, would you be like, paint karke dikhao, tabhi manunga? Like, what is this display of craft on the spot? That's something that kind of tires me out. Yeah.
चलो बेटा अंकल के लिए
Uncle
नाच
के
के
लिए
दिखाओ.
dance करके दिखाओ.
If you could steal any voice actor's voice for a day, who would it be?
Oh, there's so many great voice artists that I absolutely admire. Somebody like a Chetan Shashital or a Ninad Kamath or a Sumedh Shinde, who have such variety in the amount of voices that they can generate. I think the only project that I could explore that with was Ben 10. Then I kind of got into this tunnel of doing one type of characters, and those required a certain, like, for example, if I was doing a lot of South to Hindi heroes, then it would require a certain heroic voice. I couldn't go jet ray with my, that's not possible with when I'm doing voicing for Allu Arjun, for example, right? So yeah, so some people like Ninad Kamath, like Chetan Sashital, like Sumedh Shinde, who have so many voices within them. That's something I would steal for sure.
Okay, now it's your turn to ask him some questions.
What's the biggest WTF moment you've had during a dubbing session?
Oh, there's a ton of moments like that happen, but one of the few that come to my mind is there was this ad that we were doing, like a radio spot, and the director's brief was, you have to say this line like it's a peacock dancing in the first rain, but the peacock is sad and it's crying, and that's how you deliver. And I was like, what is the product? It's insurance. So there I was, as blank as his brief, looking like a peacock and saying, insurance ले लो वरना बहुत महंगा पड़ेगा. I have no idea how that sounds like a peacock, but yeah, that's like a big WTF.
I could actually visualize the peacock.
I know why the peacock is sad now.
Okay, my next question. What's one thing people always get wrong about voice actors?
I think it's the fact that they think it's just talking. How hard can it be? But if you kind of oversimplify things, it's just hitting a ball with a bat. It's just taking a knife and cutting something. How hard is surgery? How hard is cricket? It's a craft, right? We scream, we cry, we laugh, we do a lot of emotional damage inside that soundproof room to bring a character to life, so that you end up watching it and relating with that character, drawing nuances from it into your own life. To be able to have that kind of power over somebody is a craft that needs a lot of hard work. And I think that hard work is sometimes overlooked because it just looks like it's talking. So yeah, that's, I think, something people get wrong.
I hope from this episode people realize that.
Yeah, I do hope that, yeah.
Mm. If your mic could talk, what secret would it expose about you?
If my mic could talk, it would tell people that I practice villain monologues when I'm having a shower, and I give shampoo bottles dramatic death scenes sometimes.
What?
I'm just imagining right now. मैं तुम्हें
दुनिया को लोगों की जरूरत नहीं है, लोग खत्म होंगे तो दुनिया yeah, something like that.
Amazing. Describe the dubbing industry with one anime sound effect.
Oh wow. I mean, most of the times, like, because so earlier on, it used to be that we used to get a lot of information about what character we're doing, what project it is. But now, because of copyright issues, we are just told all of that on the spot. So more often than not, our reaction is, in an anime style, it's Nani. Because
Yeah.
we have no idea what is happening. And stuff like peacocks dancing in the rain when they're crying is usually, yeah. So my effect would be Nani.
So is it
Chutto matte.
so is it the same response that you have when the thing gets approved, when you're like, okay, theek hai?
No, then it's more like the grunt that, they're like an approval grunt. But for a lot of weird briefs, it's always baka.
Next question is, who's the one creator you'd never invite to your birthday party?
I don't know about creator, yeah, but maybe like characters. There would be a couple. I think I would definitely not not invite Rath to my birthday party from Ben 10, because he'd be upset and angry, and I don't want somebody stealing the attention on my birthday. So he'd be like, मैं हूँ रात, रात को गुस्सा आया, उसने दूसरे का केक उठा के खाया. Don't want that happening on my birthday. I wouldn't invite maybe a Yagami Light on my birthday. I don't want him coming with his notebook and judging people and writing names. Let's not have that. We're not doing that. So yeah, there's a couple of characters that I think will definitely not show up for my birthday party.
I'm imagining, what if you keep Light Yagami as the person who checks people inside? What's the name?
How do you spell that?
Nice. Which character gives you the biggest ego boost?
Oh, it's definitely Deadpool, because what other character can be sarcastic, comic, and philosophize in the same line, right? Any line that he says can have multiple meanings depending on what the context is. So I think that character and the way he speaks, that gives me the biggest ego boost for sure.
My next question is, who is Sanket without anime?
Sanket without anime is like a samurai without a sword. Still breathtaking, but little less intense.
Okay.
Good answer. Okay, finish this sentence. Sanket without dubbing is like...
Is like Mumbai without traffic. Quiet, calm, and highly suspicious.
Okay.
Okay. One thing you would say to your microphone, but as if it's your best friend.
I would like to say that thank you so much for making my voice heard, for making sure that my fumbles are kind of covered up, making sure that every word, every sentence, every emotion that I project reaches the audience. But you need to stop being a little sensitive and recording my stomach sounds when I'm hungry.
Okay.
Nice.
So yeah, I guess he won the ham.
Definitely won the hamper.
Thank you so much. This is what I came for.
Here you go, sir. The Ota Life gift hamper from our rapid fire round. You deserve it.
Thank you so much, guys. This is the day I start drinking 4 cups of coffee a day now. Oh, I love the t-shirt. Let me check. It's really beautiful. Thanks so much, guys. I love the 8-bit style. Thank you.
Awesome.
I'm gonna cherish this. Thanks.
Thank you so much for giving such great answers. Okay, then on that note, hold your remote tighter than you hold your Omnitrix, because the great Indian anime show presented by Ota Life will be right back.
The great Indian anime show. The great Indian anime show.
That was a fun rapid fire round, sir.
Nice.
And before we head on to our entertainment segment, I wanted to ask a serious question.
Mhm.
Do you think Indian dubbing gets the respect it deserves?
I think the scenario is changing slowly. I think there's been a lot of negative, I think, communication in terms of how dubbing is perceived. It was always something that people would ridicule. It was always something to be made fun of because it sounds wrong for a lot of people. But a lot of people don't understand that dubbing is not for everybody. If you can understand the original language, or if you can read the subtitles in a specific language comfortably and still enjoy the film, then dubbing was never intended for you. Dubbing is intended for people who either A, cannot understand the root language, or cannot read the subtitles fast enough, or read at all. Why should art be limited to people who can only read or write? And that's the purpose of dubbing. Why should somebody who understands the original Inception sit and discuss it with their friends? Why not somebody who doesn't understand English but still appreciates good films watch the dubbed version, understand it better than the English, and then have a say in that discussion? It's a giant inclusivity exercise. I don't think people kind of look at it that way, because it's sometimes difficult to look beyond our privileges. And that's what dubbing is for. It's this great equalizer that we give the same information that you would have probably learned in your A+ school, that somebody in the village would not have, had Discovery not dubbed a show that talked about that topic in the village. So that kid now knows somewhat,
Yeah.
as much as you do in your 10 lakh plus a year fee school, whatever, so, and that's the power of dubbing. And I think people are slowly understanding that. It's changing, because dubbing is also evolving as a craft. So we are also making sure that it's seamless as an experience. The lip syncs match. It's no longer the days of old style dubbing where lips would move and then the voice would happen. For old Chinese films that would happen. Or it's not even the the stereotypical South Indian memes that those reels that come in where this over the top "wo hamare gaon ka beta hai," those kind of reels that come in. That's not how we are actually doing it in films, right? If we were, the films wouldn't do so well. South Indian dub films sometimes do more business than regular Hindi films.
Yeah.
And that's the point, that there's proof in those numbers that people appreciate the dub. And I'm sitting here with you guys talking about something in terms of my craft. I wouldn't be here if voicing and dubbing would not get the respect that it deserves, the love and appreciation that we get from fans every day. It's changing, it's increasing day by day. And it's thanks to people like you who bring us artists to the front and kind of put us in front of the camera and make us talk about our craft. That brings the awareness. So thank you so much for that as well. And yeah, we are slowly getting the respect we deserve, I think. Yeah.
Absolutely. And it's amazing to see that voice acting is getting the respect that it deserves.
Yeah.
Truly, yeah.
Well, sir, on that note, let's take things to a lighter and
Absolutely.
enjoyable note.
Yeah.
It's time for an entertainment segment
Okay.
called Voice It Like Sanket, presented by
Whoa.
Ota Life.
Okay.
So we have a few scripts for you
Oh.
that we both have written.
Okay.
And you have to voice
I'm
it.
nervous again. Twice in the same episode.
You have to voice it like the characters that you've been so famously known for.
Okay.
But the words are ours.
Oh, so बोल वो रहे हैं पर शब्द हमारे हैं.
Correct.
Nice.
Gee, are you ready?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I'm here. Let's do it.
Okay, so here are your scripts.
Okay.
Okay, so your first script is
Bear Grylls surviving in Delhi.
Okay, I'll try. मैं हूं बेयर ग्रिल्स और आज मैं आया हूं दुनिया के सबसे खतरनाक इलाके में, दिल्ली की हवा में. यहाँ सांस लेना एक लग्जरी है और मास्क आपका सर्वाइवल टूल. मैं अब 3 घंटे से इस टॉक्सिक इकोसिस्टम में फंस चुका हूं. आगे कंस्ट्रक्शन है, पीछे एक डीजल बस, और बीच में मैं यानी बेयर ग्रिल्स, गैस मास्क पहना एक बेसहारा फिरंग। विजिबिलिटी 0 है, AQI यहाँ 700 को पार कर चुका है। यहाँ सिर्फ 2 चीजें जिंदा हैं, PM 2.5 और पॉलिटिकल प्रोमिसेस। खाने के लिए यहाँ सब कुछ मिलता है, पर हर बाइट के साथ मिलता है थोड़ा एक्स्ट्रा धूल। ये देखिए, ये है दिल्ली के गोलगप्पे, एक तरफ फ्लेवर से भरा हुआ और दूसरी तरफ धूल के बारीक कणों से। ओह, इसकी खुशबू बिल्कुल मिट्टी की खुशबू जैसी है। अ, ये रही यहाँ की लोकल वाइल्ड लाइफ, दिल्ली का कबूतर। ये दिन भर धुएं और धूल से सना रहता है, और अगर आप अपनी खिड़की खोलते हैं तो ये अंदर आके वाईफाई पकड़ता है। यहाँ के लोग बेमिसाल हैं। देखिए कैसे एक साथ एक हाथ से फोन, दूसरे हाथ से स्टीयरिंग और तीसरे हाथ से पोल्यूशन मास्क एडजस्ट करते हुए आगे बढ़ रहे हैं। इनकी मल्टीटास्किंग के आगे मुझे अपनी आर्मी ट्रेनिंग भी छोटी लगती है। मुझे समझ आ गया है, ये जंगल सिर्फ उनका है जिनके लंग्स लोहे के बने हैं। अब शाम हो रही है, पर यहाँ पोल्यूशन के कारण अंधेरा पहले ही छा गया है। मैं अब एक बंटे के ठेले के पीछे छिपने की कोशिश में हूँ। प्यूरिफायर लेने के पैसे ना हो तो नींबू पानी पीकर काम चलाया जा सकता है। टेस्ट लाइक सर्वाइवल। दिल्ली एक ऐसी जगह है जहां हर सांस एक चैलेंज है। यहाँ जिंदा रहना एक एडवेंचर है। मैं हूं बेयर ग्रिल्स, और अगर आपने यहाँ एक दिन बिना इनहेलर के निकाल लिया तो माउंट एवरेस्ट भी आराम से चढ़ लेंगे।
Oh, that was amazing, sir.
बाप रे।
You know, when we were planning this segment, we initially thought that we would give you the script and then we would poke you in the middle by saying, नहीं नहीं, इस dialogue को थोड़ा ऐसा करके बताओ, इस dialogue को थोड़ा वैसा करके बताओ.
Oh man, this was really funny.
That was
All previous
amazing.
episodes were this hilarious. It was good, well written, guys. Thank you.
You want to go to the next script?
Yeah. I
The
think
next-
so.
The next script, because I know you're foodie, right?
Yeah, I do love food. Yeah.
And your favorite character is Ben 10.
Yeah, you would say so. Yes.
You know where I'm going with it?
What is Ben 10's problem with food?
Now you'll see. Because the next script is
Ben 10 और पाव भाजी का problem.
Oh. हाँ, okay, let's try. यार मैं Ben 10 हूँ, पर आज भूख ने मुझे Ben 0 बना दिया है। बस एक ही जगह है जो मुझे बचा सकती है, शिव सागर। जेट ट्रेन, टाइम फॉर द जेट ट्रेन एक्सप्रेस। ट्रैफिक को स्किप करते हुए सीधे पाव भाजी के पास। भैया, पाव भाजी है क्या? 100 प्लेट्स लाना, एक्स्ट्रा बटर और एक्स्ट्रा स्वैग के साथ। वेटर्स डायलॉग आल्सो आई एम सेइंग 100 प्लेट? मैं Ben 10 हूं भैया, तो भूख भी 10 गुना लगती है। अरे ब्रो, ये लावा से भी ज्यादा गर्म है, मुझे इसे ठंडा करना होगा। अब इसे थोड़ा चिल करते हैं। बिग चिल। परफेक्ट। सर, टोटल 12,000 हो गए। क्या? 12,000? मैं हूं ह्यूमंगसोर। 12,000? मैं हीरो हूं, अंबानी नहीं। सर प्लीज ऐसा मत कीजिए। चलो कोई बात नहीं, ओमनीट्रिक्स से जीपे कर देता हूँ। ओमनीट्रिक्स से जीपे कर देता हूँ। कैशबैक मिल गया तो एक और प्लेट पाव भाजी ऑर्डर कर लूंगा। 12,000 का बिल। नेक्स्ट टाइम ग्वेन को बोल दूंगा घर पे मैगी बना लेना।
That was amazing.
So funny.
All right, it's time for the third script, and I know you guys are waiting for it, and we are waiting for it too. It's about Dead Boom.
पूल, डेड पूल। मैं दोपिंदर की टैक्सी में मुंबई के ट्रैफिक में फंसा हूं। सबसे पहली बात, ये शहर नहीं टॉर्चर सिम्युलेटर है। मैं डेड पूल हूं। मुझे गोलियां, तलवारों, यहां तक कि वुल्वरीन के खंजर की भी आदत है। पर ये ट्रैफिक, इसे बर्दाश्त करना मेरी बर्दाश्त से बाहर है। मैं एक सिग्नल पे इतने टाइम खड़ा रहा, मेरे सूट के अंदर फंगस उग आया। मुझे लगा मैं अमर हूं, पर ये ट्रैफिक पक्का मेरी जान ले लेगा। यहाँ सिग्नल पे लोग इतना हॉर्न बजाते हैं कि आयरन मैन फिर से जिंदा होकर थानोस से कहता, बजा दे चुटकी। यहाँ तो गाड़ियां टेट्रिस खेल रही हैं। मैं सीरियसली सोच रहा हूं अगली मूवी का नाम रख दूं डेडपूल, डेड एट अंधेरी सिग्नल। प्रोड्यूसर्स को बताऊंगा, विलन होगा ट्रैफिक जैम। एक बार मैंने टैक्सी बुक की थी, ड्राइवर ने बोला 2 मिनट में आ रहा। मेरी 3 फिल्में आकर चली गई, पर वो अब तक नहीं आया।
मार्वल के लोगों ने मुझे कहा था, इंडिया जाओ, फैंस तुम्हें पलकों पर बिठाएंगे, हवा में उड़ाएंगे। सड़क क्रॉस करने गया तो ट्रैफिक ने सचमुच हवा में उड़ा दिया। हे भगवान! अगर मुझे अगली रेड लाइट तक पहुंचा दिया ना, तो मम्मी कसम कभी वुल्वरीन को गाली नहीं दूंगा। नहीं, नहीं, रुको, ये थोड़ा ज्यादा हो गया। भावनाओं में बह गया, गाली तो दूंगा। एनीवे, अगर तुम्हें लगता है कि तुम लाइफ में अटक गए हो, एक बार मुंबई का ट्रैफिक ट्राई कर लो। तुम्हारे सपने ही नहीं, तुम्हारा पेशेंस भी ब्रेक मार देगा। मैं मैं जा रहा हूँ, सिग्नल ग्रीन हो गया। कितना हॉर्न बजाएगा बे?
Awesome! Mr. Pool, that was amazing.
Thank you so much, guys.
So let's get Sanket Mhatre back on the studio.
So that was amazing.
Thank you so much.
Incredible. आपको कैसा लगा ये स्क्रिप्ट करके?
I was really shocked with the first one. Then the second one came and the shock got elevated. But then I was ready by the third one, like you can see.
I must say, seeing you voice live right like this left me speechless. Honest, I'm out of. I don't have words right now.
I'm so thankful that you gave me an opportunity to show what I do behind the mic in front of the camera. I mean, it really helped me show my craft.
Definitely deserve to see this.
Thank you so much, guys.
Well, so on that note, it's time to move on to our next question. And that is the future of. We want to know about what's in line for you in the future and how do you see the future of the Indian anime ecosystem after a show like this is now in the mainstream?
I see a very bright future for the Indian anime scene, and I've always felt that. As a huge anime fan, I wanted the Indian anime scene to flourish. There was a dearth of anime in India, and I remember when you guys started with your podcast, and I was on one of the interviews. I told you that India needs creators like you who are passionate about about anime and who want to make anime, bring in anime to every part of India. And slowly that change is happening. I'm sitting here with you guys on your first television show, which is a fantastic opportunity for India to experience anime now and see how far we've come. We can watch anime now. We are dubbing more anime than ever. And things can only go up from here. So thank you so much for this. And all my love, all my best wishes. May this keep going. May you have a second, third, fourth, fifth season. May you cover all the creators there are in India who are doing brilliant work in the field of anime. And to all the anime fans out there, thank you so much for supporting creators and artists. Please keep doing that. That gives us the strength to work on every new project with new vigor and new energy. I had a blast on the show. Thank you.
We had a blast too. It has been an honor interviewing you, asking you crazy questions and doing that script, obviously.
Thank you so much, guys.
On that note, dear viewers, thank you so much for tuning in. This has been the Great Indian Anime Show presented by Ota Live. Before we sign off, a quick word from Hiro-san.
नमस्ते इंडिया, मेरा नाम हीरो है from Japan. आप कैसे हो? To bring authentic Japan otaku culture, we are here. And it starts on January 10th in Bangalore with first cosplay J-pop fest, Ota Tokyo. The official singer of the Naruto will perform live in India for the first time. Also, dive into the immersive experience. Beverage competition, authentic matcha cafe, and so much more. Bring your family, friends, and make unforgettable memories. Ota Tokyo, January 10th, Bangalore. Don't just watch it, live it. Ticket is available BMS and Ota app. See you soon and stay otaku. じゃあねー。